conservative force. A force is conservative if the work done by the force in displacing a particle from one point to another point is independent of the path followed by the particle and depends only on the endpoints. It means what? So force is a conservative only and only suppose if I draw a closed loop like this one. This is a closed loop, and if I start from the point A, this is a point A. If I start from the point A to the point B by the path 1 and path 2, so the work done in both the places are equal because the work done in a conservative force does not depend on the path. It depends only on the initial and the final position, and if the force is in this case is known as conservative force. So we can say here for the conservative force, work done for one part should be equal to work done for the other part. Similarly, if we draw another diagram, and again it is a closed loop. If I draw, suppose this is the point A and this is the point B, at any type of loop, and if I go from one part to the other part, but now I am changing the direction, is not from A to B, and now I am coming back to the initial. It means this is the way I am doing here. One from the A to B I am going here, and if I come back from B to A by this way, means I am completing the cycle. In this case work done will be 0, means what will be WAB is equal to minus of W work done minus of WBA. So net work done will be 0 in a closed cycle. In a closed cycle. Cyclic. Okay. Now, so this is known as conservative force. Similarly, in case of, we can take some example are here, and example is the gravitational force is your conservative force. It means the work done to lift any ball from the initial position to the final position should be equal to this work to reach from point A to the height B should be equal to return back from point B to point A. To return back from point B to point A. So work done when you reach at the same height will be equal. So you can see here WAB is equal to minus of WBA. Minus of WBA. So net work done will be 0 in a conservative force. And if you want to calculate for half of this work, we can calculate force into displacement. So work done will be equal to force is your mg, and suppose the height of this is h, so we can calculate the force into displacement mgh. This is your work done for conservative force. Now let us some discussion of the non-conservative force. So in case of non-conservative force, in a non-conservative force, as we know, the work done from A to B position when return to the initial position is not equal. It means what? If an amount of work done in moving an object again a force from one point to another point depend on the path along which the body moves. It means in this case, if I draw the same diagram as we discussed in the conservative force, it means this diagram if I draw and return back in this way, so the point from A to B by the path this one, so this is not be equal to when you return the B to A. The magnitude of AB is not be equal to the magnitude of the work done from again return to the initial position. In the case of non-conservative force, if the amount of work done is moving an object in a one path, and if return back to its at the initial position, then the net work is not equal. It is always less the previous work. And this type of force is are many type. Basically the friction force, example we can say the friction force is a non-conservative force. Is a non-conservative force. Okay. Now let us take potential energy. And we'll discuss the potential energy of a spring. So in potential energy of a spring, first we take an initial position of the spring connected any block with this spring on a horizontal surface. We pull by any force to this block, what will happen? The spring will elongate. The spring will elongate in this way from its mean position. This is your mean position, and the distance is expansion is suppose x. When we release this force F applied, this block is trying to be in its original position by applying the restoring force, and it is equal to minus k times of x. Due to that, this spring is again reaches to its middle position, but the kinetic energy of the block is there, it cannot be remain there. So it will be much again compress in the opposite direction. We can draw a force and displacement graph is here for the explanation and calculation of the potential energy of the spring. So potential energy of a elastic spring, when we draw the graph between the force and the displacement, we find that it is the straight line as we move from x displacement, and this is what F is equal to minus kx. And when we find the area under the x-axis of this, we find that it represents the work done. So F work done is equal to area under the x-axis. This is what? Force. So work done is equal to, we have to calculate the area is equal to half into force into displacement, F into x. And as we know, F is equal to, in the forms of magnitude, it is what? Minus kx. So half minus kx into x. So the potential energy will be equal to half kx square. Because of work energy theorems, the work is equal to potential energy, so we can say minus half kx square, and that will be work is equal to minus of energy, or energy equal to minus of work, so energy will be your positive. So this is known as, if the maximum amplitude we consider xm is your maximum amplitude, then the potential energy will be equal to half k xm square. Conservation of energy in an elastic spring. If the spring is your ideal, the potential energy and the kinetic energy is always conserved. It means the total energy will be equal to, at any point, will be equal to potential energy at any point plus kinetic energy at any point. So potential energy at any point is half kx square and kinetic energy at any point is half mv square. And as we know, the total energy maximum at the extreme point will be, half kx m square, maximum amplitude. It is what? At the extreme point. It is on the extreme point. Similarly, total energy at the midpoint will be equal to total kinetic energy half m v maximum square. This is your midpoint. So the total energy at any place will be equal to either maximum energy or maximum potential energy or maximum kinetic energy, and we can draw according to requirement either by this formula or by this formula. See, if I take half k xm square is equal to half k x square plus half mv square, then we'll get the velocity will be equal to v is equal to under root k by m xm square minus x square. Similarly, we can calculate the x amplitude at any place, and when we draw this all the things from the work energy theorems, we'll find two graphs we can draw. One is in this way and another graph just opposite to this one. One graph here x is equal to 0, so one graph is represent the kinetic energy and other is represent the potential energy. So as we know, this graph is represent the upper portion graph is represent the kinetic energy and this graph represent the potential energy, but as must be considered, the total energy will remain the same. It cannot be increase or decrease, total energy will remain the same.